Hey, Roar Rough Riders. This is Mademoiselle Mosley. Many of you that feel like you're cursed are actually a gift. The whole plan was to make you reject your gift. What if you were a child that came here knowing things that no one else knew? No one taught you the knowledge. Where did it come from? Some would be amazed with the joyful aspect, and some would envy why they weren't the chosen ones. That's what happened. Someone seen you as something great, and the other person seen you as a problem. Their personal problem that had nothing to do with them. It's kind of like you, the only person, get the gift wrapped and nobody else gets a gift. So it brings out in them the true feelings of them for you, whom had no control of getting the gift. So that's where you learn your battling from. It says, train up a child as he should go, and when he is old, he will not depart from it, or she. So you need to understand that the things that you went through was training so that you'll be able to detect those people whom were against you. And the most people that you get to detect early are those in your own home. Your enemy can be born in your lineage. Your enemy can be in your family. Your enemy knows you. Your enemy. So, when you think about what comes out of this person because of what's within you, but the response isn't normal. That is not a normal response for you to envy or to have a problem with a child that has nothing to do with the gift that was given. So that spirit that operates within that adult body will now try to demonize that child in any area they can find. Have you ever seen somebody just picking on a child and you were like, why is they, she or he is over there in there quiet, they ain't doing nothing? Because they can see that spirit that occupies this person, no matter what their title is, can see you and what it is that dwells within you. And that spirit in them came to detain you. So, like I said, demonize the child in any way they can find so the child may be shunned and looked upon as weird or abnormal. So that you see your gift as a curse. Why is it that I know things, and why can I do this and no one else can? I don't want it. They want you to feel that way so that you will not operate in your gift. They want you to feel bad about something because they didn't get it. And there's a reason why they didn't get it. Because you see how they're treating you? That's why God didn't give it to them, and he gave it to you. And use it for good and not for evil. So they wanted you to feel like your gift is a curse. So you will always be reluctant to share it with people. So the one or the ones, because sometimes more than one person against a child, and you learn it, you will learn it, you will understand what I'm saying. So the one or the ones that have done feel secure within themselves because they have put you on lockdown, like you won't share it. They got you so spooked about something that is a blessing, they're making you think that it's a curse. And then they do that because then people don't want you around. And then what they do is they provoke you to moments of rage so that people view you as an animal in a cage. See how he acting, see how she acting. God ain't got no part in that. They ain't got no gift. They just crazy. So they want people to view you as an animal in a cage, but they're the real animal. They're the real animal because they preyed upon a child. They preyed upon a child's energy because they couldn't match their capacity. Can you imagine how powerful you were? And you even more powerful now as a child for an adult to come against you because they cannot match the capacity that you have naturally. So what they do is they try to cause trauma in your life to block out the gift, to make you forget all about it because you're too busy dealing with the trauma that you can't fully operate in your gift. And due to their lack of their own identity, or in the reality that you were gifted with real gift, and the real gift that you have is the reality of life. You understand what life is. It doesn't matter how long you've been here, and people have been here longer than you. And I've told you guys so many times that age does not define maturity, nor does it define wisdom or knowledge. Age just tells how long you've been here. Because when you are around, see, this is the problem that they have, because when you are around, things grow. When you are around, the air flows, the energy moves. It just lifts when you're present. And God put you here not just for show, but it was to let those know that fertile ground is what makes things grow. You are fertile ground. That's why something is always growing in you. That's why people want to attach themselves to you, because you make things grow. And you don't have to try to. You don't have to say no words. You ain't got to mix no pots. You ain't got to do none of that. You make things grow. No matter where you go, you make people better. And instead of them accepting that and loving that and getting better and growing and showing, they want to mistreat you. They want to get you to a point they try to control you. But they better be very, very careful. It says in the Word of God, and you're going to look it up, and you ain't got to believe in God for Him to chastise you. That's what people don't know. He says in His Word, touch not my anointed and do my prophets no harm. You don't know who's anointed because how they look. So I hope that helped y'all. Don't let people make you think that your gift is a curse, so they'll lock you down so you don't use it. They'll say things to you to keep you from operating in the gifting that God has given you. Keep on doing what God told you. Keep on operating with that beautiful gift. And God will protect you from all those who come up against you. It also says in the Word of God that when the enemy rises up against you as a flood, God said he'll raise his standard against him. You don't have to do anything. He'll raise his standard because he is the one who chose you and called you to do what it is that he told you to do. So they're not coming up against you. They coming against something greater than both of you. So I hope that helped y'all. Like, share, and subscribe. Until next time, get it before it gets you. I'm out.